I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts to how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this spelling is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit.
I got you, bro.
You fucking asshole. I thought my camera wasn't working.
You just left it closed.
I did not. I know I had that open.
No, you
Okay. Man. All right. So, what's going on, everybody?
Interesting, man. It was an interesting show.
It was a very interesting show. It was very good. It was very good. For what it was. It was very good for what it was. I don't know if this ranks as like their best pay-per-view. I think I would put AEW All Out 2021 in front of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably for me, but this was probably right there as number 2. Or at least somewhere in the top 5. It was a very good show. There was a lot of great matches on the show. I just wished. I'm gonna stand on this because we've been talking about it for a really long time. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but don't want to come on here and spew to you guys things I'm not feeling. It's not what we do here. So I don't know. I just wish some of the matches and some of the people just got a little bit more important matches.
Oh, 100%, man. Like, there were a decent amount of matches, man, that were just like, I don't care. Why is this happening, man? Why was Kenny Omega in a multi-man match? Yeah. That's a sin in itself, man. So there was like a lot of things on the show where I was like, it could have just been a million times bigger and more important, and it wasn't, and it definitely didn't feel like it on while watching it. But it was a fun show, and it was a big show, but a lot of the matches didn't feel as big as they could have or should have, and a lot of matchups that didn't need to happen or should have been completely different.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. I don't know, like some things just I guess maybe felt a little off to me, like I don't know. It's kind of hard to put my finger on it, but like I guess it kind of just boils down to just I guess people just not really being in important spots. Also, the matches were great, which I knew they were going to be, and it made for a really good show.
Yeah.
It did. It really did. The matches were very good. But yeah, like I said, there's just certain things on there I wish we could have got. But I don't see anybody talking about this. The main event. Like, the turn. I thought we should have got the turn tonight, and I really, really, really feel strongly about it. I think they should have done the turn tonight. I don't see what their logic was in that. Maybe there is logic, and maybe I will find it out in a week, or maybe I'll find it out in the most typical of AEW fashion. We don't know yet, but I don't really understand what Chicago can give you that 80,000 people in London couldn't. I don't see anybody talking about this, man. I don't. And I don't really like I did not really like the happy ending we just went off with. I didn't. I think the show should have ended with a compelling story that jumps us right into All Out, being that we literally have to jump right into All Out. I thought it went hand in hand, and I thought it could have set up a main event of Adam Cole and MJF 2 at All Out, this time with these guys despising each other because Adam Cole would have turned on MJF. I didn't get the logic behind that at all, man, and I just didn't. I just failed to realize, again, what 20,000 people in Chicago are going to give you. And this is coming from somebody that lives in Chicago. I know the Chicago crowd is the best in the United States. I don't understand what they can give you that 80,000 couldn't. Oh, yeah. That would be their third match. Yeah, but I don't really understand what they could give you that 80,000 people in London couldn't have.
Definitely, man. Definitely. It's a weird situation, man, because, ending in happy is one thing, but the fact that they're doing another one, you could end the next one happy, and this one with devastation. It would have been perfect, man. They had the perfect opportunity to have a crushing cinematic ending, and they didn't go with it, man. And that's really annoying. And for me, it's not even that it didn't happen tonight, even though I think it 100% should have, because, I'm always about ending, good things while it's hot, so people remember it fondly. And this, friendship between these two would have been the perfect ending of it, right here tonight, or fucking this afternoon. But, it's the aftermath I'm scared about, because classic AEW, what do they do with a heel turn? fucking Adam Cole is just gonna walk away from MJF, and then a week later he's gonna be this fucking brutally evil fucking heel, and it's not gonna make any sense, man. And I hope they don't suffer that same fate, man, because it's gonna be very likely that we do.
Logan,
The fuck?
is that real? Cassidy, Orange Cassidy versus Penta for the International Championship, and the winner faces Mox for the title at All Out. Weren't Orange Cassidy and Penta on the same team?
And why is the champion facing someone to face somebody for his own title?
I was gonna say, Mox and Penta were on different teams anyway, so why the fuck didn't you just do that? And the winner faces Orange
That fucking British Coke gotta be different for TK. What the fuck is that? That makes no sense whatsoever. And why are you still doing Mox versus Cassidy? If it wasn't good enough for All In, it's not good enough for any pay-per-view. It's mid. Cassidy does not deserve that type of match, bruh. He does. We'll talk about it later, but I will give him his flowers tonight. He did great tonight. But still, that's an ass match. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and again, I don't really see. Also, he's defending the title with somebody that he was on the same team with tonight. That makes sense. Okay. Good old OC. Yeah, and I also don't really see good in Orange losing the title to Moxley. If he loses the title to Moxley, I would like to see it go to somebody like Keith Lee. People have been avidly complaining about Keith Lee, as they should. There's a bunch of people, I think.
Could have it, and not Mox does not need it at all.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know, man, but yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling left, and I don't mean for this to come off the wrong way. I don't mean to sound like the spoiled wrestling fan, because we genuinely got a great show tonight. We did,
Yeah.
but it just feels a little empty.
Yeah.
In terms of I was looking so forward to this for the turn. I was. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah,
It's weird, man. It's weird. It's even other stuff, like in front of 80,000 people, Kenny Omega just came out there for a multi-man match. Same with Hangman. Like, come on,
just
dude.
it doesn't sit right, bro.
No.
It doesn't sit right. And it's like, even Punk versus Joe. Like, it was just fucking weird seeing Punk out there and, like, not really
I didn't care.
feeling much about it. Match was good. Match was great.
It was alright.
But
I don't feel anything for, like, any of these matches, man. Like, you could have had so many great matches that you could have set up, man. And you didn't do any of it. You just put everybody in random matches. It's like, come on, man.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. There was just a thing tonight about importance.
I didn't feel it.
And the only time you really felt importance was, for me, was Young Bucks and FTR.
Mm-hmm.
Stadium Stampede felt really important. Swerve, the Coffin match, and the main event.
Yeah,
And the main
that was
event.
it.
And then there was stuff that was really good, but going into it just didn't feel important. But it ended up being really good, like Ospreay and Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning of the match, we'll get into it more. But in the beginning of the match, Chris Jericho looked 20 years old. Obviously, he started to slow down towards the end, just age.
Yeah.
But he held his own. He held his own. He did really good. I thought, and then. The six man was good, but he would just like Sir K said, it just felt odd seeing like all those guys in there and just something that just wasn't really too important.
No, it really wasn't at all, man. And it's just weird to see, all those guys and some not important at all. The elite. That was just weird.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, there's definitely a lot to get into. There's definitely a lot to get into with tonight's show. Man, and we will get into that. But first, let's go ahead and hop right into the intro, man. So, what is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious Heels Podcast. This is another edition of the show in reviews, man. This time, we're bringing to you guys AEW All In London. The official show review for that, man. So, if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we're on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday, we are on here with the news. Friday's news is not available yet. Should be available for you guys, and I'll have both of this show and that show available for you guys tomorrow before we go live with Unscripted. The whole shows throughout the weekend should be up for you guys then. But if you guys do want to watch us on all platforms, man, we are available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here every Friday at 4 p.m. Central for the news, man. Also, if this is your first time watching and you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels Podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video and in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. So with that, you have all 8 of these beautiful designs and more available for you guys on there. You have the Chicago flag design, the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie inspired design, the base logo design, the best kept secret to the IWC, the Riddler inspired design. You have the Notorious World Order design. You got the Chicago flag design like you see on your screen. There's also the Wolfpack red and the classic black and white. You got the Grand Slam design, the Notorious Scratch logo, and the only community that matters. All 8 of these plus more available on the merch shop for you guys. Again, that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. And with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the hosts of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, bro?
It's going good, man. It's going good. It was a pretty good day. Got up at the crack of dawn for the show. Got breakfast and watched the show with the guys, man. And it was fun. It was a fun watch, man. Like always with the pay-per-views, man. No matter the pay-per-view, it's always fun. But yeah, the day was pretty good, man. The day was pretty good. Got Raw tomorrow. I feel like that one and the tribute episode of Unscripted tomorrow. It's gonna be tough, man. But I can't wait. But yeah, hell yeah, man. And like Durante always asks, man, how's life? How's the family? Life's good, man. The family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat and in the replay? And what about you, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, I enjoyed the show with, you and our buddies. So that was always, that's always great. Always great. It's always a fun time. But other than that, man, yeah, just normal, bro. Normal. Just finally getting in the midst of all these shows. So it's exciting. But yeah, man. Also, as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. And how's everybody else doing? Logan, Belle, Durante, Pops. Also want to address Belle's comments. I just want to tell her I hope you're doing well. And the door is always open. The door is always open, man. It's always it's always nice to have people to talk to and stuff like that. So the door is always open if you need it. And I hope everything goes good. Hope everything goes good for you. And I hope you feel better. So absolutely, wanted to
Truly.
that. So yeah, my ats, they're right under me. So if you ever, you know the drill. You know the drill. If you ever need it. But yeah, bro. Yeah. So. Yeah, but other than that, dude, I'm good, man. I'm good. So. All right. The first match on the pre-show. MJF and Adam Cole versus Aussie Open for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships, man. This one was like incredibly quick. I thought maybe they were going to give them a little bit more time than they actually gave them. It seemed a little longer when I was watching it, but now that I'm looking at the time, they really didn't give them much anyway, but they didn't really need it, especially because you have Adam Cole and MJF on the fucking pre-show, so like, obviously you're not going to have them go 20 minutes and risk injury. I just can't believe they went that short. But I understand it, and I'm not complaining about it at all. They won. They hit Kyle Fletcher with a double clothesline. And they won the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. So, how's this going to work exactly? Are they going to show up on Ring of Honor pay-per-views? Is Tony Khan going to... I really hope... I really hope that they are actually going with where they want to bring this story, and they're not just dragging this out to, like, for money.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, let's throw the titles on Adam Cole and MJF because it'll get people to buy our Ring of Honor pay-per-view. You know, so we'll make them ROH Tag Team Champions so we could get a couple more buys because people are obviously going to buy it if Adam Cole and MJF are on there. I just don't want it to get mishandled. And putting the tag belts on them, you know, if you were going to do it, you should have did it a month ago with FTR. So they had a little bit of time to drop them. Looking back, it was the right call not to, because then we wouldn't have got FTR versus the Bucks 3. So, but yeah, man. I just like I said, I hope they didn't just throw them on there to sell a couple more ROH tickets. God fucking forbid they do the turn on a Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
I'll lose my goddamn mind. Ooh, man, I'll lose my fucking mind. But, yeah, the match was just kind of in and out. They kind of went in, did the spots, won the tag titles, and got on with it. Which, you know, I understand you don't want to risk anything. But, could have gave Aussie Open a little more of a fight. But, they won either way, man. So, they're ROH tag champ, man. I can't wait to see MJF's reaction when he's told he has to wrestle on ROH, man. That shit is going to be hilarious. But, it's interesting, man. It was an interesting start to the pre-show. Well, it was an hour in already, so interesting start to the matches on the pre-show.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Yeah, I definitely see your point. It would have been definitely would have been nice if Aussie Open was given a little bit more of a fight here, but oh, that's what I was gonna say. Although I'm kind of happy that Aussie Open lost the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship so they can get out of purgatory
and go to a real tag division.
Yes, because these guys are perfect to take the titles from FTR.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be the Bucks, Aussie Open is perfect. Aussie Open is perfect, man. I think they'd be great contenders to do it. Like I said, if it's not going to be the Bucks, I think Aussie Open would be a great substitute for that. But I don't know where they go with the ROH Tag Team Championships. I really don't. Like I said, I hope they just didn't do this just to sell a couple more Ring of Honor pay-per-views or anything like that. But the match was what it was. We got the kangaroo kick. We got the double clothesline. So. Man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. I remember you from chat the other day, but your name didn't pop up eventually. And when I seen When I seen you say the least in chat, I was like, oh god, here's a goon. And then I kept reading. Dude, I appreciate that. Razor JB, I genuinely appreciate that, man. That means a lot.
Truly, man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, for real. Like I said, your name didn't pop up at first, and when I was reading it, I was like, oh god,
Okay.
here we go. I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Where was I? Yeah, I hope they didn't just string this out, and I really hope that the not turn tonight was actually a part of
A storyline that they crafted, and not just, oh man, they're selling merch. Let's keep it going, because with Tony Khan, that could easily be it. But I really hope this is the planned path the whole time.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So, this match ended in 7 minutes and 45 seconds, and like I said, they hit Kyle Fletcher with a double clothesline, and that sealed the deal. So, the next match.
This match.
Hook versus Jack Perry for the FTW Championship. Apparently this match was FTW rules, which means, no DQ.
Yeah,
And apparently it was Falls Count Anywhere.
I guess.
Okay, I would have loved it. And it ended up being No Holds Barred. Thanks for telling me.
Would have nice to put that on the graphic. Fucking it.
So, before we get to the match, man, oh boy. So, well, I guess it was a spot in the match. So, Jungle Boy was doing the Rolling Thunder on the car hood, the limousine that drove him to the ring. And he gets off and he says, "It's real glass, cry me a river." So this would spark a bunch of shit. There were reports, they've been denied, but nobody knows if it was damage control. Nobody knows what happened. I'm sure more will come out about it. I don't know who fed the dirt sheets that information. I don't know if somebody's trying to sabotage AEW, or I don't know if that shit actually happened. But
It's Paul. It's Paul Levesque, man. He's DMing these guys as he's pretending to be a man on the roster.
oh my
man.
god, I'm an anonymous AEW member, and CM Punk just choked out Jungle Boy right in front of me. It's just Paul Levesque.
Fucking Paul.
Nobody knows what happened, but so the report going around is that Jungle Boy, when he got backstage right before CM Punk came through the curtain, he got in his face, and there was pushing and shoving, and there were reports that Punk choked him out. Dude, like I said, Miro denied all of this, but nobody knows what the fuck happened yet. But I said it when the news first came out. Well, first of all, I gotta shout out my boy, and he knows who he is. But one of my buddies just texted me and said, "OMG, we actually got Brawl in." I hope not. So, man, I said to Sir K, man, dude, if that actually happened,
Fuck.
there's seriously some fucking complete morons. And I mean, they said Jack Perry started it. Again, it's been denied, but, if it did happen, there's seriously some fucking idiots back there, because you're, in the middle of the show, before it came out that it was fake, if it really was, all anybody could talk about, yet again, in AEW, is backstage drama.
And it's really annoying, man. It's really annoying to see. You're trying to just enjoy the show, and you're getting reports of these people are choking each other out and shit. Like, there's been multiple reports, different versions of Punk starting it, of Perry starting it, of Perry getting kicked out after, of Punk staying after. We don't even know. We don't know if it's true. We don't know if it happened. We don't know what version of it happened. Well, I'm guessing we'll know by Friday, so we'll actually should be able to give you the facts on Friday about that fucking situation. But it's just annoying to see all around. Just why, man? Why? It's annoying. It's really annoying, and I'm sure it's annoying for the whole roster. That if it did happen for the people not involved, if it didn't happen for the people that were said were involved, I'm sure, like you said during the show, it's probably annoying for, the media outlets.
Oh my
You're
god.
trying to watch the show and then you gotta tweet out shit about shit happening backstage. You're fucking texting Paul Levesque about the fucking situation. It's annoying, dude. I'm sure it's really, you just want to sit there and enjoy the show, and you can't. And I'm sure that's very annoying, man. But this situation is so weird. And Bell said something earlier in chat that is very true. If the situation is, factual and whatnot, Punk could have just, let Perry kind of just do his own thing, dig his own hole that he gets hurt in, and I told you so. And Perry, you could have just did your glass segment, and if it went well, then it went well. You were right. You don't gotta say anything. That's if it did happen. We'll find out on Friday. By Friday, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But that's really annoying, man. I'm pretty sure it's annoying for everybody involved. And I'm interested to see what really happened, man. Because fucking Miro's denying it. I don't know. I have no clue what's happening, man. But I hope it didn't, man. I always hope it didn't.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I really hope it didn't, because, like I said, dude, we're in the midst of, like, AEW's most historic show.
That they fucking put above every single graphic. You guys could read it above the graphic.
Literally, you could see right here the biggest wrestling event in history.
Above every single match graphic. Like, oh my god, we get it. You beat the record, okay?
Like, I kept saying it on Friday, man. I just gotta remind you guys that we're in front of 80,000+. And this is the biggest wrestling event in history.
Like, it is, and it's awesome. We get it. You don't gotta say it 24/7.
Seriously, bro. Seriously. You even had Nigel take a part out in the show, not to only tell us the attendance, but to tell us that we broke records, and this is the biggest pro wrestling event in history.
We know.
I get it. I fucking get it, okay? Please. Dude, oh my god. Why are you starting fights anymore, bro? Like,
Literally.
what the fuck are we doing here, man? I
What is
mean,
going on?
we always bring the point up, dude, but it's like, would this happen under Vince or Triple H?
Fuck no, man. Like,
Golly, it would never.
I hate Vince McMahon with a passion.
Same.
But at least he would have not let this shit happen. If you do that shit, you are gone. Blacklisted. Done. Come on, man. Come on. Tony Khan needs to stop yelling in fucking scripted segments and start yelling in his actual office, man.
Yeah.
But, it's an annoying situation if it did happen, man. And like I said, we'll find out. But, come on, man. Come on. It's just annoying for everybody. We're all in.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking Brawl In happened. Maybe.
Maybe. It might have.
Yeah, I mean, we all know how the AEW roster is. They tend to like to do a lot of damage control, which I guess shows that they care about the company. I can't necessarily say it's a bad thing that they're kind of trying to save the company's ass
No, I
from
get it.
another horrible, fucking daunting controversy. But,
Good thing it wasn't as bad as Brawl. That one was bad. That's legendarily bad.
yeah.
That's in the history books.
yeah, it's one of those moments, dude. Like you never forget where you are when you hear the news. Like I'll never forget waking up and fucking Sir Cage just tells me, "Yo, CM Punk punched one of the Young Bucks." And I remember just hopping up and looking at my phone and just reading they got into a fight and fucking he punched him and he bit him, like he threw a fucking chair at Nick, sucker punched Matt.
They
like
fucking punted Larry across the fucking arena, man.
They thought they fucking Ace Steel thought they were coming to beat up his wife or something. Like, I'll never forget reading that shit. But thankfully it wasn't as big as that one. And yet again, it's really funny. Tony Khan said when Punk came back, he's going to be on media scrums. He will return to the media scrum, and he hasn't been on one since.
I wonder why, man.
And it's like, I feel like for Tony Khan, it's not even like, I feel like he knows that, like, Punk won't step out of line again.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's just scared of what people will ask Punk that will make him step out of line.
Because these people will ask some crazy shit.
Because Punk getting up on the stage and fucking picking the fight himself like he did last year at All Out, that'll never happen again. Oh, knock on wood. You never know with Punk. But
God, I hope not.
At least I hope it'll never happen again. But I feel if people provoke him enough,
he'll do it.
He'll do it 100%. He'll fly off the fucking handle again. But
and even if not, he'll give his little jabs. He'll fucking make a jab at Hangman. He'll make a jab at Jack Perry. It's gonna be brawl out all over again, man. So it's a risk, man. But if Tony Khan was a boss, man, you sit next to him, and if he says some shit out of line, mute that mic and get him out of there, man. It's that simple.
Exactly. Put his mic down and tell him to get the fuck out.
God.
Oh my god. Maybe put like a curtain up so we can't see him do it, because then that'll just be a meme. But
Oh, no.
God.
Dude, we were joking about it the other day, man, but Tony Khan needs a legit, not scripted, not TV, he needs a legit muscle behind him, genuinely, for his company's sake.
I've never heard of this. So why in the world does this man need to have a shoot real life heater?
Real life ass heater to tell his roster not to do stuff. That is insane, bruh.
Oh man. So actually, Razor, bro, we got Sir-Kay's got an interesting point, and I'm sure we'll get to that with the next match, the Punk match, but It's something that's really interesting, and I've been waiting for him to share it with you guys because we were talking about it yesterday, but it's interesting, bro. It's very interesting, but so Hook and Jack Perry happened. I mean, it wasn't. Hook won the FTW title back, and I couldn't really care. The FTW champion, the fact that Jack Perry's first championship in AEW was the fucking FTW title genuinely bothers me.
Literally.
Because I said it when he won the damn thing, but his quest for gold his first title should not have been the FTW title. If I was on a quest for gold, I would be going for a championship that actually is recognized by the fucking company I'm working for.
Exactly. That'd be the least of my fucking standards for winning something. But yeah, I think they kind of messed up this Jack Perry storyline, man, and I hope this is just the end of it and he moves on to something tangible, man.
Honestly, bro, I was telling you guys this during the show. Jack Perry, for me, has kind of just been a giant bowl of what the fuck. Since he turned heel. And I had a feeling, which is why I was very in limbo about him going heel in the first place, because it just reeked of AEW saying, oh, well, he doesn't have anything more to do as a babyface, so let's just turn him heel. Well, what are you going to do with him as a heel? What's the long-term plan? Well, I don't fucking know. And they clearly don't fucking know, because if your first instinct after turning him heel was to put the FTW championship on him, you should have went a completely different direction. I don't know. It's kind of just been it's fallen off the rails. It was they seemed like they had something going at first. He turned on Hook, but I think he should have at least lost the FTW title. They lost the FTW title, or if this was the perfect time to do one of your AEW heel turns and just have him walk out and not even give a shit about the FTW title, then this would have been the time to do it. And he just maybe tells Hook, you know, I don't give a shit about our friendship, and I just want to go fucking, you know, and I don't know. I wouldn't know how you get around that without having him go for the FTW championship, but
Maybe he wins the match and he's given the title, but he rejects the title and just throws it on Hook and says, "Here, I don't want it. Take it. I just wanted to beat you." Something like that. He really should have gone for Orange Cassidy at first.
Yeah.
I think the Orange Cassidy would have been perfect opponent. You know, I'm not a big Orange Cassidy guy, but he is a fan favorite. So him just destroying Orange Cassidy and like not playing his gimmick at all in a match, I think would be perfect for his character.
Mm-hmm.
And they just didn't do none of it, man. They went for an FTW run that he just lost, and Cook just has it back again. And I think they dudded it out, man. And it sucks to see, man. We got another Tony Khan dud. You hate to see it because he's such a good talent. I actually really do like him as a heel. I like his look. Really don't care for that theme, but I think he's good in the role, and I think it's really the AEW side that's just screwing him over in this.
yeah, it's like I said, man, it's a lack of, well, let's turn you heel because we don't got anything to do for you as a babyface, and that's it. I would have really loved if he kept losing title matches, and it almost drove him in. Like, I mean, that's kind of what happened. I mean, he lost the AEW championship match at Double or Nothing. I think maybe a loss to. Maybe you have him face Hook as a babyface and just say, "Let me have a crack at your title," and then he loses that one, and then and then he stops being friends with Hook, he goes on a losing streak, and maybe you keep putting him in title contention matches, and he keeps fucking losing, and then he just fucking snaps, and gets to an actual championship that matters. But yeah, I don't know. It's really just a fucking matter of AEW saying, "Oh, we don't got nothing for you as a babyface, so we're just gonna throw you on. We're just gonna throw you as a heel, and we don't really know what the fuck we're gonna do with you. Aside from that, but it'll give you a fresh coat of paint, and the paint will dry soon.
Exactly.
And then it will fade."
Because AEW, they don't put that protective coating on the paint. They just fucking spray that shit on the wall and call it a fucking day.
Yeah.
But, man, Razor, Wardlow. If I was him, I wouldn't even come back. I'd be coming back to Paul Levesque. That's who I'd be coming to. Because, dude, they screwed that man twice. They screwed that man to insanity. I will never understand the Wardlow fuck up. How do you fuck up Wardlow?
3 times.
3 times. It was 3 times.
The
feud times.
The feud with MJF. I've never seen momentum shoot like that in my entire life. The second TNT title run when he lost it by getting fucking buried to QT Marshall, and then the one where he held it was like an unstoppable force with Arn Anderson for like 2 fucking weeks, and then he lost it to Luchasaurus, and
here we are, and I haven't seen him since.
He's been off TV since, and there's rumors that he's actually in a pretty bad depression right now. I heard he was on an interview saying that he's been severely depressed ever since leaving AEW television.
I would be too. You were one of the most over acts a year and a half ago, and they just did nothing with you, man.
Yes, and the IWGP title match. Forgot that about Jack Perry.
He did lose that one. It's insane, the Wardlow fall off. And dude, AEW hardcore fans are so weird. They always whenever I hear the Wardlow case come up, they blame it on Wardlow. Talking about he didn't do much in terms of for the title. He was fucked over. He didn't allow him to do much. He was a badass. They didn't allow him to be a badass.
Seriously.
Wardlow's a tragic case, man. And if I was him, I probably wouldn't even come back to this fucking company. Because
I wouldn't either.
no, because to him, why would you? You got fucked over 3 times. That's insanity, man. That's insanity. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Oh, 4. Forgot about the whole hair thing.
Oh yeah, shaved his head for no reason. Fucking made him dress differently. That dude, that song that started off with the wolf howl that nobody reacted to. How did all you had to do when he beat MJF was give him War Pigs, and everything would have been fine. Or listen, I don't think they were able to get the rights to War Pigs. I really don't. You couldn't have found any rock song from the 80s you could put in front of this man. You didn't find any. You just had them make some trash theme for him. All he needed was a cool theme song, and he wouldn't have fell off in the first place, and we wouldn't have been here. But no.
And what especially sucks is I think they thought they were going to get it.
I think they were.
Because MJF, like out of nowhere, just stopped calling him War Piggy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that was like his main, like that was like the main insult he threw at Wardlow. God damn, that annoys me to this day that man, which is also why I would love for him to go to WWE, because Ozzy is apparently very close with WWE, and I think they get the rights to War Pigs for sure. And if I'm Wardlow, that's one of the things I'm putting in my contract.
Give me his fucking song I want. Give me the look I want. And don't fucking do what they did to me, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wardlow is a tragic fucking case, man. Tragic case. And it is not his fucking fault. Dude, when they fucking never put you on television, and then when they do fucking slap you on television and want to fucking slap you against anybody on the goddamn roster just to fill a spot, that's not his fault. It's just simply not his fault. He's in the middle of a fucking TNT championship run. First of all, you want to go ahead and fucking christen the guy as the savior of the TNT title. And what is he doing at their biggest show of the year? All Out. He's teaming with fucking FT War.
What? Like,
what is that? What the fuck is that? I mean, what? That's your creative for Wardlow? That's all you fucking got? FT War? Are we serious right now?
I mean, I know Cash is all about the war part, but come on, man.
It's just a tragic fucking case, and yeah, it's not Wardlow's fault at all. Like I said, when they fucking put you in the most unimportant spots on television and just make you just doing absolutely nothing like everybody else, and the reason you know it's not Wardlow's fault is because it happens to fucking everybody.
Literally.
He just happens to be one of the most tragic cases because he was one of the most over guys of that time period. So
look at like so many Keith fucking Lee, man. Another one where they just dudded him out. One of the best talents they have, and they just don't do anything. It's insane, man. It's really insane.
It really is. Look at Hook. Look at the hype Hook came in with.
Oh, dude, people love this fucking guy, and now he's just on the show. Just happens to be on the show. Come on, man. Come on, there's so much more to people.
Seriously? I don't know, man. I don't know. So, Wardlow. Horrible case, bro. So, yeah, Hook wins the FTW championship back, and I couldn't really care too much about it, to be honest.
It is what it is, man. We'll see how it goes from here, I guess.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously, bro. So, that is that. Now, to start the main show. To start the main show, man, CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. First of all, well, this is for the fake World Championship. Samoa Joe, came out, and Nigel McGuinness, golly, this was amazing. This was an amazing reference, but Nigel McGuinness said Samoa Joe is here and he has a sweet tooth for violence.
This man worked out.
I absolutely marked out for that. You guys know I did, but yes, I absolutely marked out for the Sweet Tooth reference. For sure, bro. So, Punk, a critique about this show. The next time you do a stadium show, you gotta put more mics in the crowd. There was a lot of chants you couldn't hear. There was a lot. There was, and I mean a lot. There was a lot that a lot of shit that didn't get picked up. And I don't know if the crowd just wasn't popping or if like I said, the audio was just fucking horrible, man. Because a lot of people, man, when it came out, it just sounded like a regular. It just sounded like a fucking a regular Dynamite reaction.
No, exactly. I really don't think. I think they only put mics ringside or something because that's all you heard was them popping. Yeah, I didn't hear much of anything else unless it was massive.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So yeah, I don't know what was up with that. Yeah, the audio just did not sound good. They got to put more mics throughout the arena because fucking A, man. I mean, yeah, got to do better with that. Punk came out to a very warm reaction. It was very in the middle. It was very in the middle with CM Punk, man. He did come out to a like I said, man, a pretty warm reaction, man. It wasn't the hero's welcome that he would have gotten if they went to London around a year and a half ago. But Punk and Joe, this match was a lot of Samoa Joe offense. I mean, he was beating the shit out of CM Punk here. Also, I love how they constantly mention that CM Punk lost the title, vacated the title due to injury.
Dude, that pisses me off. Like, Punk doesn't shut up about how he never lost the title. Dude, you fought somebody backstage and it was taken from you because you fought somebody and got suspended. Your injury was just, you also got injured that night. That's just an also. Well, really? Because I think if Brawl Out never happened, they would have kept the title on him as injured.
Oh, yeah.
I 100% think so.
Well, I think if he would have never got injured and Brawl Out happened, they would have...
With either or situation, they would have kept the title on him.
Maybe, because it wasn't really until, like, November when Tony Khan was like, alright, I think this interim shit's dead.
No, exactly. So the real reason, because you did lose the title. I hate to break it to you, Phil. You did lose it. When you got suspended because you and your buddy fought and bit somebody. But you could believe you never won, you never lost. You could believe that, man. You could have the real world championship for as long as you want because, you know, CM Punk gets what he wants, man. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah, so these guys, Hook and Jack Perry went 8 minutes and 20 seconds, if anybody cared. So yeah, Punk and Samoa Joe, they had a decent match. They did. It wasn't anything. It was good. It wasn't anything crazy. Yeah, it was kind of just what it was, man. It was kind of just there for what it was, and this was one of the matches where you really just see the realization of like what Punk could have been doing on this show versus what, like, this could have easily been put in Chicago. First of all, you needed to have Punk versus Ricky Starks in Chicago because this man Punk, since he's been on Collision, has been in like 3 fucking storylines at the same time. It started with the Bullet Club Gold stuff, but then that just got dropped. Then it's the Ricky Starks stuff. Ricky Starks managing Big Bill. So, and now he's just in a feud with Samoa Joe. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, who the fuck is he feuding with? And yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of confusing. But like I said, man, this was nothing. Again, nothing against these two. I get that these guys have history and stuff, but it's just like, again, like what Punk could have been doing on this show versus what he is doing in this show. I'd be lying to say I wasn't a little disappointed. And it definitely isn't something for the fans. It's more so something for him.
To keep him happy.
So yeah, Punk beats Samoa Joe with a Pepsi plunge off the top. Didn't even use a GTS, and it was very abrupt. Just abruptly pinned Samoa Joe and retained the fake World Championship.
Literally, man. And another thing about that World Championship, man, I like the idea of a second world title in AEW. You got a big roster.
Yeah.
Kind of need one.
Yeah.
The idea in itself, I really like. It's Punk that's screwing it over because he's going to keep this thing for however long he wants to because he's CM Punk. And if he ends up facing MJF, he better not fucking win. But the thing is, who can you even do that? If you're splitting up the titles, why would you, make the two people, technically what it's going to be different titles, face each other? That doesn't make sense unless you do, if Punk wins, the title gets split into two. Something like that. Maybe I'd be okay with that. Maybe. But, you got CM Punk, who's the other world champion in AEW. When you have people on Collision that are all world title material, you got Malachi Black, Andrade, Keith Lee, Ricky Starks, Jay White, a whole fucking roster of people that could easily have that title around their shoulders, but it stays on Phil. So in a couple months, when Collision becomes stale because no one's winning a world title, you better not blame it on each individual person. Tony Khan will be a part of it, and it'll be because he's appeasing Punk's ego of holding a title. It's like fucking middle of the fucking reign, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And fucking 2021.
Ugh.
Fucking 2020, first half of 2022. Dude's just holding down the whole roster. Just guaranteed world champion for fucking months. Shit like that sucks when there's no story. And with Punk, there's no story. Because another thing about Punk that I noticed, that we were talking about last night, is with this Samoa Joe feud and the Ricky feud that was happening, no one cut a real promo on CM Punk. It's this whole thing with Joe has been, the past. I'm gonna beat you this time. I'm gonna beat you in a match. That's all Joe has said, because I feel like Punk, no one's allowed to cut a real promo on Punk. When Punk came into AEW, people were going in on his ass. Whether it was MJF, Darby, all those guys cut Eddie cut real ass promos on CM Punk, on Phil Brooks, and now people just cut generic I'm gonna beat you in a match promos on him because what? You're scared he's gonna snap because someone said something mean to him? He's the whole point of Collision, whatnot. I think in the coming months, he's gonna be the killer of Collision with his ego, because he's going to be the world champ. He's going to hold the whole roster of, people that could win the title to not win the title. In all the feuds he's going to be in, it's just going to be generic nothing feuds because no one can cut a real promo on him because he'll get mad. He'll not like that person anymore, and he won't let them in Collision. This CM Punk, I feel like right now, is a ticking time bomb, and it's going to blow up. So, yeah, if I was TK, I'd be a boss and tell him, either you're gonna have genuine feuds with people, and someone's gonna take that title from you eventually, and if you say no to that, you go back to Paul, because you're making amends over there. You go back over there, man. The money ain't worth it. And Punk's my GOAT, and I have to say that shit. And I know Punk's Tony Khan's GOAT, and as a boss, you should also say that shit. So, CM Punk is awesome, man. He's one of he's fucking Mount Rushmore. But the ego got to him, man. He can't be the John Cena of a company because he can't handle it. I really don't think he can.
John Cena would
Never do this shit. He would have never fucking have his best friend bite somebody backstage.
Unless your name's Alex Riley.
That is true. Unless you're the Nexus. But other than that, he wouldn't have done it, man. So TK made this man the king of AEW, and he's holding it down, man. In my opinion.
Yeah, and I can't argue with that opinion much at all. But yeah, we were talking about that last night, man, and you know, Sir K had mentioned, he's like, man, ever since Punk has been back, like, nobody's cut a real promo on him.
No.
Like, or after we got done listening to Joe's promo, you know, you had mentioned, like, man, I feel like Samoa Joe being Samoa Joe would have just went so much harder on CM Punk. Like, and then as we were talking about it, you know, we both came to the realization, like, dude, nobody's cut, like, a real promo on the guy since he's been back. And it's got to be a fucking ego thing, or it's just got to be these guys being scared. Because why isn't, like, this stuff is money? I don't know why. I just don't know why we have to do so much ego protecting here when it's like, dude, why are we afraid of Punk getting upset when he's fucking CM Punk? This is one of the guys who this guy made this is one of the guys that made harsh promos cool.
Yeah. Literally.
Telling Vince McMahon he doesn't know how to do his fucking job and he wishes he thinks the company's gonna do better when he's dead. Telling Kevin Nash he's fucking irrelevant. Telling Triple H his fucking balls are in his wife's purse. All this shit, man. All of this shit. It's like, yo, it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, this isn't the stuff. Like, this isn't the CM Punk people want to see, bro. People want to see people poking the bear and fucking enticing the man and just seeing and seeing CM Punk go back at them. Like, it's golden, bro. It's literally golden. Like, his original work in AEW was some of the best stuff the company's ever produced because it was real.
Exactly.
You know, it was genuine. You know, there was genuine dislikes there, and Punk wasn't afraid to work with these people. You know, there's a dislike with Eddie Kingston. You know, he was still willing to work with him, and it made for one of their best fucking feuds, bro. And I don't know, man. I feel like this all just got started over this all got started over fucking goofy promo material that is really like the least of anybody's issues, bro. Like, he really got mad because he made a joke about fucking worker, or he sent a jab about workers' rights. Okay, fucking make fun of him for fucking not selling any action figures like you fucking already did. Throw some shit back at Hangman. Don't just sit there and be like, oh, why the fuck would you say that? Say something back to him.
You're CM Punk. Why do you say what you do? If someone questioned him, he'd call him a pussy. And then he pussied out against Hangman and started all of this, man. I still don't understand. I really don't.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just... I don't know. It's... And well, the thing is, too, is it's like, a lot of people on Collision are his friends, right? So, like, why doesn't he at least let them say stuff?
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's stupid, but, like, if you don't want Hangman saying certain things because he's buddy-buddy with the Elite, well, he is in the Elite, you know, if you don't want him saying some of that stuff, it's like, again, it's stupid, but it's whatever. At least, like, Samoa Joe, I mean, you've known the guy your whole fucking career, like, why can't he say anything? you know, that's gonna ruffle your feathers, man. I mean, I don't know. It just seems ridiculous to me, man. And nobody's done it yet, and I'm still waiting for CM Punk's real feud back.
Exactly, because it doesn't feel like he's had one so far, man. And I don't know if those legal reasons are still, enabled, because when CM Punk, said, what he said about Hangman on that After Collision promo, that, if there was legal stuff, that should have been a lawsuit right there, and it wasn't. Maybe him apologizing to Hangman stopped it, but, if I don't know if there's still legal stuff, if he's able to just go do that. You know what I mean? I don't understand, man. I really don't. And they should either tell us about the CM Punk situation or stop bringing it up. That's simple.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's a case, man. It sucks to see.
Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, he just abruptly beats Samoa Joe in 14 minutes with a Pepsi plunge, and then he got out of town. And that was it. That was literally fucking it. I don't know. I don't know where we go here. I'm assuming we just go right back into this Ricky Starks feud. And
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm assuming that will be at All Out. I'm assuming that'll be at All Out, being that Ricky is able to wrestle again come All Out, I think. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. Maybe the tag match was a little indication, but I mean, who fucking knows, man? And if it was, why would you wait till after All In?
I don't understand.
To start it. It makes no sense.
We're gonna wait for the next All In.
Could see them doing that,
That would
actually.
be such a TK thing, too.
I actually could see them doing that.
Good lord. Ugh. Fucking TK.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't. But, yeah, and as for the real world championship, we'll get to that in the main event, because I have an interesting theory on maybe where Punk's ego stands, depending on who ends up with that. But, yeah, so, yeah, like I said, this one ended in, 14 minutes, like I said, with an abrupt Pepsi plunge, and he sent him home packing. And the next match was the Golden Elite versus Bullet Club Gold and Takeshita.
It happened.
Fun, but unimportant. There was some sequences that were really nice. Takeshita and Omega. There was Omega and Jay White, Hangman and Jay White, Kota and Jay White. There was a lot of cool interactions, and it was fun for what it was. But again, it was kind of just a gaping problem of just a lot of unimportant stuff, man. Just a lot of unimportant stuff. But I don't want to sound like I'm completely shitting on the show.
That's for the God.
It does get way, actually, literally, the very next match, it gets way better.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, just a lot of unimportant stuff here, man. Just a lot of unimportant stuff, from my perspective. Although it was fun, I would like some importance on the show, and just maybe feeling like there's a real spotlight on Omega, on Hangman, on Jay White, on Takeshita, instead of just a multi-man match. I know Danielson getting hurt ruined your plans to do Danielson versus Omega 2. I get it. I do. I get that fucked everything up, but, at the end of the day, I would like if you at least turned out a decent show. Yeah. Or, I mean, you did turn out a decent, a more intriguing match. My bad.
Exactly, man. There's a lot you could have done with these guys that isn't just putting them all on the same match. Just feels like a fucking Raw main event, if I've ever seen one. But,
I'm fucking tired of Raw main events nowadays.
Exactly, man. So, I mean, it did what it did. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't important either, man. And all of these guys could have done something way more important on this show than what they did. But it was a good match nonetheless, man. And it just sucks to see fucking Omega just gets pinned and they just walk out. Like 80,000 people and Omega's just happens to be there. Like, dude, this is Kenny Omega, man. He's not only should be a singles match, but he should be on top, man. I mean, it's Kenny Omega, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Not even on top, just important. Just important, man. I don't know, it's weird. But you could have done so much more. And you didn't, man. So it happened, it was a good match, but it wasn't important. It wasn't an important match. Not to me.
For sure, man. So this one went 20 minutes and 30 seconds. Ugh. This one went 20 minutes and 30 seconds, man, and that was that. And the next match, FTR versus the Young Bucks 3. This was a fucking banger. This was a banger, man. Very, very good. Very good. I love this match. Apparently, the crowd was chanting, "Cash has got a gun."
Damn.
Fucking killed me, bro.
Hilarious. That fucking guy, man. And apparently in their promo together, on that backstage promo, they cut out parts where they reference his arrest. I wish they didn't. I would love to hear them joking about it.
Huh. Interesting. Well, Tony Khan announces a show called Wrestle Dream.
I think I remember that getting trademarked a minute ago.
What the hell that is?
Seems to be another mix of AEW and New Japan show. So, guess we get another version of
Fuck do we have Forbidden Door for? These guys are in fucking AEW all year round anyway. Anytime Tony Khan needs a mystery opponent, he just calls Minoru Suzuki. Whatever. Yeah, this match was absolutely fantastic. This match was fantastic. I love this match. I've loved all three of their matches that they've done. The trilogy is finally complete, and it actually doesn't look like we're slowing down here. It looks like we're keeping our foot on the gas pedal. I don't know if we're going to get this again. This is just really fucking tricky, being that we literally have one episode of AEW Dynamite before, and one episode of Collision before All Out. So, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they make sense of things in a week. But half of this card makes no sense, and they slapped it, and somehow they got one of their best pay-per-views anyway. And I love it because it's a great show, but I hate it because they know they can get away with it.
Exactly. That's the thing. They're gonna get away with it, so they're just gonna do it anyway.
Seriously, bro. So FTR and the Bucks, like I said, they put on a great match. Like I said, man, I've loved all of their matches, and this one was no different, man. This one was no different. We got them revisiting the 2020 match. We got Dax Harwood doing springboards. That was
something.
That was quite a sight to see. So we got that, man. We got a lot of just really cool Shatter Machine and Meltzer Driver attempts and stuff like that, man. But the Young Bucks look like they were about to win here, man. They hit them with the BTE trigger. They hit them with two BTE triggers, and Cash kicked out, bro. They would eventually come back and hit Nick with the Shatter Machine to pick up the victory. And FTR won the trilogy, bro, and cemented their legacy, as they say, as the greatest tag team of the generation. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that one.
I think I'm still riding with the Young Bucks here, but I really wanted the Bucks to win because FTR clearly they just want to work. You know, they clearly they like doing Collision stuff with Phil, so let them do Collision trio stuff with Phil. Collision already has the trios titles anyway, so you might as well. You might as well just go ahead. You might as well just go ahead and give Dynamite the tag titles back. And I thought putting them on the Bucks would have been a great decision, but they didn't go that way. But what were your thoughts on the match itself?
Thought it was really good, man. Thought it was really good, fantastic match. Did everything I thought it was gonna do, and I felt good. It was a good match. I felt something while watching it.
Yeah.
And I really liked the way it went. And although I wanted the Bucks to win and the tag titles to go to Dynamite, I was pleasantly surprised with FTR winning, man. And I'm gonna see how it goes, man. I feel like with that handshake that the Bucks didn't take, I feel like there might be more to this, whether it's at All Out or other stuff. But we'll see how it goes, man. And I'm definitely intrigued, man. I'm definitely intrigued. And it's the Young Bucks, man. For someone like Phil, who's got the immense ego, you got the Young Bucks who had quite the opposite in there. Of course, I think it was their decision to have FTR go over, man, and it just shows the genuineness on those guys, man. And you love to see it, man. You love to see it.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Very good. Yeah, so after the match, FTR and the Bucks are in the ring. And FTR and the Bucks are in the ring. FTR put their hands out to shake their hands. No, it wasn't a Randy Orton handshake. It was just a regular handshake. And the Bucks denied, bro. The Bucks denied.
It's interesting.
They left the ring. I hope that we are planting some sort of seeds to the fucking Elite versus CMFTR, or we just get another. A fourth match with these guys would be pretty cool as well. But this match wasn't like the Punk match where I'm looking at these guys and saying, man, imagine what they could have been doing. No. This one, I looked at, and they just simply put on a fucking banger.
Exactly.
And it was great. But yeah, this one was very good, man. This one was very good. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot, man. Yeah, no complaints for me. No complaints for me on this one, man.
Same.
Fantastic. And I like the little tease at the end, bro. The Young Bucks are not willing to finally pay their respect to FTR yet. So we'll see what goes on further, and I can only hope this leads to something that involves Punk and the Elite. So
exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah, man. So the next match was a Stadium Stampede. Another just weird thing we got during this match was a piece of news broke that Santana and Ortiz still aren't on good terms. I guess you could kind of tell. However, I don't know. I don't know why they chose to drop that story while the match was going on. Apparently, Santana's not on good terms with Eddie Kingston either. So I don't know what these guys got going on, but I hope they get it resolved.
I hope they do. But at the very least, look at that, man. They could work together and face each other, and
not all in.
They didn't fight. They didn't genuinely start fighting. Look at that, man. People acting like adults. I don't think Phil would understand.
I don't know, man. I don't think he would. The Blackpool Combat Club came on with black shades, black trench coats, and black gloves on. They looked fucking sick.
Hell yeah, man.
They looked fucking sick. Santana and Ortiz just came out wearing their own separate gear. And the Best Friends just came out wearing Best Friend stuff.
That was about it.
Yeah, that was it. And Penta came out as regular Penta. Hold that. We'll get back to that point. But these guys just absolutely fucking killed each other, bro. There was a ton of shit going on, almost to the point where it was like insane to keep up with. But nonetheless, this match was fun as hell. This was one of the best matches on the card. I knew it would be. Stadium Stampede. I don't know, for whatever reason, a lot of people were like, oh man, this should have just been an Anarchy in the arena. They're not in a fucking arena. They're in a stadium. Why the fuck would they call it Anarchy in the fucking arena if they're in a stadium?
Stadium Stampede with... My God.
Okay. Nonetheless, this was fantastic, bro. This was fucking fantastic, dude. There was, oh my God. There was so much shit. Jon Moxley was branding Trent, and then he started bleeding. I don't know how the fuck that works. I don't know if this man has a voodoo doll that he like cuts himself open with. I don't know what this man does. But somehow, even when he's on offense, he fucking bleeds.
It's magic.
I have no idea how that works. But you look away, Jon Moxley's getting some offense in, and you look back, and he's fucking bleeding. Like, what?
It's genuinely insane.
That man is going to have a fucking forehead like Bruiser Brody by the time he's done wrestling. Just from all that blading, just straight scar tissue, man.
Literally.
But this match was genuinely fucking insane, dude. Penta gets taken out early due to injury. Eddie Kingston and Claudio and Wheeler Yuta and Chuck were just running around the arena the whole time, just fighting each other up in the stands and stuff like that. Meanwhile, the other guys, for the most part, were at least on the ramp, on the stage, or in the ring. They used barbecue sticks. And Jon Moxley fucking... Oh my God, he got a bunch of them stuck in his head again. He was stabbing Orange Cassidy with a fork. Orange Cassidy was bleeding to all hell. So, we're up on the entrance stage, and Santana is up there with... Santana's up there. He was fighting somebody. And, dude, all of a sudden, the fucking All-In Tron just goes black. And you just hear, Penta says. And then the fucking Penta Oscuro music starts playing. This man went back there and changed his gear.
For no reason, just to be Penta Oscuro. What does a name do? Like, what? Like, yeah, with the... I was going to say the Fiend, but I mean also with the Fiend. But with, like, the Demon, he puts on the paint, he's a completely different persona. When Bray Wyatt would be the Fiend, it would be a completely different persona. Dog, you change your name, and you switch attires. That's all you're doing. You're not different at all. What was the point? That was so lame. Penta is like one of the most overhyped people on that roster. I don't understand any of that. That shit was so lame.
That was one of the lamest fucking things, and that man fucking came out to absolutely no reaction.
It's like, what the fuck was that?
How the fuck was anybody supposed to react to that? Honestly. How?
Penta Oscuro.
And the best part is, he goes up to meet Santana on top of the ladder, and the fucking ladder leg breaks, and they both fucking fall off. They put it back up, and Alex Oberhantes is holding the ladder, and he does a sunset flip to Santana through 2 tables. Cool spot, but like, what in the... Cool table spot, but in terms of the spot where he came back out...
Lame as fuck.
That was genuinely one of the lamest fucking attempts to get a pop that I've ever seen in my entire life, and it didn't even accomplish the goal. And Alex Oberhanti sucks as a manager. how you've let that man manage these guys for 2.5 fucking years is well beyond me, because boy, that man fucking sucks, dude.
So fucking lame, dude. I swear to God.
Seriously, bro. So, this match is absolutely fantastic, like I said. We get back in the ring. Orange Cassidy's fighting with Claudio. Claudio swings him. Santana or Ortiz does some crazy table spot. Orange Cassidy ends up getting in some offense. Goes on the outside, gets a bucket with a bottle and some tape. And I was like, what the fuck is he going to do with that? Dude, he wraps the tape backwards so the sticky side's sticking out on his wrist. He breaks the glass and starts dipping his hand in the glass. Oh my god, I forgot about the spot where Jon Moxley fucking, like, Orange Cassidy was trying to do his gimmick and Jon Moxley hit a fork. Orange ducked him, and then he's sitting there looking at the hard cam with his hands in his pockets. Mox just runs up on this man and fucking just stabs him in the back of the head with a fork.
Bro didn't give a fuck about his gimmick, and that is beautiful. Because I don't either.
Absolutely hilarious. So he wraps his fist in glass, in shattered glass. I wonder if that ruffled any of Phil's feathers, man.
I'm sure it was sugar glass. I think he was fine with it.
All right, fair enough. But yeah. So Jon Moxley comes up, and because he was about to hit Claudio, and he intercepts Orange Cassidy, and then he dumps the glass out, goes to give him a paradigm shift. Orange Cassidy counters it, DDTs Jon Moxley's head into the glass, but his back also went into the glass. So, golly, that looked like a fucking hurt, man.
Oh yeah.
Some more action went on, dude. Eddie Kingston threw Jon Moxley into some a barbed wire piece of plywood, and Orange just does a kip up and hits Claudio with the Superman punch with the glass all over his hand, or the orange punch with the glass all over his hand, and he won.
Yeah.
And they won Stadium Stampede for the babyface team. You guys know we're not the biggest Orange Cassidy guys, but dude, I gotta give this man his flowers, bro. That man was working his ass off. After that one spot with Jon Moxley, where, you know, they kind of told the psychology of, like, Jon Moxley doesn't really give a fuck about this man and his gimmick.
Yeah.
That man just got serious, bro, and he was just out there working his ass off.
It's good to see.
Yeah, he was, man. I got to give him his flowers tonight, man. He did an incredible job. Truly, he did an incredible job, and they picked up the victory for the babyface team in what was one of the best matches on the show, if you ask me. I loved Stadium Stampede.
Definitely, man. I think they did it really well, man. Love the way it went, and I love everything that happened, man. And good for everybody involved, man. I think they succeeded in Stadium Stampede yet again.
Definitely, man. So Stadium Stampede went 21 minutes and 30 seconds. I also think I forgot to mention the Bucks and FTR went 21 minutes and 45 seconds. So, the next match, the AEW Women's Fatal 4-Way match. You know what, man? I gotta say it. The match itself wasn't as downright atrocious as I thought it would be.
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't.
It was what it was. I mean, it was 8 minutes and 50 seconds worth of decent action. I mean, it was fun. Dare I say, it was pretty fun. I mean, there was a lot of there was a lot of shenanigans going around with the Outcasts, which probably made it a little better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because if not, if they were just
Wrestling.
out there just wrestling, bro, oh god,
It'd have been just bore fest.
seriously. Tony Storm accidentally ended up hitting Soraya's mother in the face with a punch. Soraya then got pissed. The Outcasts started fighting each other. And Ruby came out to try to stop Tony from giving Soraya the hip attack. Ruby punched Tony, or Tony punched Ruby, rather. And they started fighting. So I don't know if the Outcast is done. I can hope. But I don't know if they're done or what's going on. It's giving the vibe of an AEW turn. An AEW group splitting.
It's 100% going to be that.
They just all go their separate ways, and that's it.
Just wasted our whole fucking summer of the women's division. But, nonetheless.
Yeah. Nonetheless, the match was fun for what it was. And Tony Storm, or Hikaru Shida was in the lockjaw by Britt Baker. Tony came in the ring to intercept them, but she was intercepted by Saraya, who gave her... I don't know what that... I think the submission is called the Rampage, but I don't know what her little, suplex... Or her little, suplex DDT thing is called. But whatever it's called. She hit her with her finisher. And pinned her for the 1-2-3, while Britt Baker was just fucking standing there, sitting there, just keeping Hikaru Shida in the lockjaw.
And she was stalling her ass off, getting her fucking fingers in the mouth for that part of it. She was just rubbing her face for fucking a minute. It looked horrible on that side, man. It really did.
Yeah. I mean, you could have at least done something like have Shida roll Britt on her back.
Yeah.
And then count. And then when the ref is counting 1, 2, Britt gets the shoulder up. And then when the ref counts 3, Britt turns around like, wait, what the fuck? I got my shoulder up. But then she comes to the realization the ref wasn't counting their pin.
No, exactly.
Something like that. Dude, Britt rolled forward and her head was damn near on the mat. None of their shoulders were on the ground at all. And they didn't think the ref counting was suspicious. The ending was dumb as shit. And like we all expected, I'm honestly not even fucking mad about it because I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But Saraya wins the AEW Women's World Championship after having, 4 matches this year? And we're in the 8th month of the year, damn near the 9th.
Yeah.
She won.
Kind of expected it, man.
Yeah.
I'm not really that shocked that it happened. In a way, I'm glad it's over with now. She got her big win. So, in the future, she could lose it, and we don't gotta deal with this anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna end up doing, I could easily see them doing an Outcast triple threat at all. Oh no, Ruby's got the TBS title match out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do at All Out. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do for All Out at all, other than Takeshita versus Omega. I have no idea what they're doing. But other than that...
Cassidy and Mox.
Oh yeah. Yay. So, yeah, man. But I knew Saraya was going to get the moment, so it honestly didn't really bug me. I think it's a horrible decision, because her wrestling, unfortunately, is just incredibly subpar. It's not really that good in this day and age. I don't know. She needs to shake the ring rust off. I don't know how much she's allowed to wrestle. But
I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't know, but I don't think I don't really think Soraya's wrestling is that good whatsoever.
Not in her age right now.
No, but to be 100% honest with you, I'm not really. I was obviously never too big on Hikaru Shida anyway. I thought her initial reign in 2020 was boring as fuck. This one was too short to amount to anything.
Count.
Britt, Britt is Britt. She's obviously always going to be in these fucking matches. And then Toni Storm,
She never lost in the first place.
exactly. So, especially if they were going to tease like an Outcast breakup, I really don't know why Toni lost the title to begin with now.
Yeah, and they didn't just do this match as Toni as champ, and Saraya being the one to end up pinning Toni to win would have been the perfect way to start the breakup, but no, for no reason. They just gave it to Hikaru Shida.
Exactly. So this one ended in 8 minutes and 50 seconds, and Saraya finally wins the AEW Women's World Championship, man. You knew it was coming, and it is what it is, man.
Literally.
Yeah, it was either this or Saraya versus Jamie Hayter. Speaking of women,
Oh, yeah.
in the crowd, they showed multiple times, especially during the trios match, for the trios title match for whatever reason, they showed Mercedes Moné in the fucking crowd multiple times. Just there as a fan.
Yeah.
Multiple times they showed her.
It's interesting, man. It's real interesting.
I'd love to see it. I hope she could get this fucking women's division in order.
I hope so, man.
But dude, the matches that she could have waiting for her. Ugh. Mercedes versus Toni, Mercedes versus Jamie, Mercedes versus Mercedes, Mercedes versus Willow Nightingale. There's a lot of good fucking matches for her. And there's Ruby Soho, Chris Statlander. There's a ton of fucking stories she can tell in AEW. And seeing her show up here, man, just shows that she's just a wrestling fan, bro, and she loves it, and she clearly likes AEW, man. So it's very cool to see, and I would obviously love to see her in AEW one day.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. So this one went 8 minutes and 50 seconds. And yeah, man. So, yeah, Saraya won the title. Like I said, the match wasn't as absolutely downright atrocious as I thought it would be. But it was what it was. Saraya was going to win the title. We all knew it. So, it is what it is, man.
Exactly.
And the next match is the Coffin match. Christian Cage and Swerve Strickland versus Darby Allin and Sting. Sting came out to his WCW entrance. Nigel, one of Nigel's lines during the entrance was, "The Fireflies are out tonight."
Damn.
As the crowd was just lit up with fireflies, man. Every time they got the chance to, they did light up the fireflies, man. They turned their phones on, and they lit up the crowd, man. There was also FTR was wearing Bray. Well, they actually had Bray, Brody, and Jay
As armband.
Yeah, they had 3 armbands on. Yeah, crazy, man.
Mercedes had a Wyndham armband too. It was awesome, man. It really was.
Yeah, it really was. It really, really was. It was nice to see. And as for the Coffin match, dude, they did a thing before this. They did a little Darby Allin, video before this of Sting walking down an alley with a top hat on and a cloak. Fucking Jack the Ripper Sting.
That's heat, dog. That is so heat.
Fucking fire. That shit was fucking fire, bro. Absolutely heat. I love Jack the Ripper Sting. And then the other side of his face revealed full-on Joker Sting. He had one side as, the icon, and the other one was the Joker side. And then once he unveiled that, it was really sick. But he came out to his WCW theme song, man. And as for the match itself, man, it was very, very enjoyable. It was very enjoyable. I like this one a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, man. These guys beat the shit out of each other. Nick Wayne showed up and took an absolutely fucking atrocious chokeslam from Luchasaurus. God, that looked fucking painful.
Onto a real ass skateboard. God.
Didn't even break.
Nope. They just a real skateboard. Just fucking. Man, that dude's back got to be crazy. But it's a fun ass match, man. It really was.
It was. It really was. And there was a ton of cool spots, bro, where Swerve... there was a spot where Swerve threw Sting in the casket and he buried him with his bat. He tried to bury him with his bat, but Sting put the bat in between the door so it wouldn't really close. They did a lot of cool spots here, man. They did a lot of cool spots. And this match was just really well done. It was very fun. All these Sting men... Oh, my God. The Sting table spot.
Oh, my.
Where the table didn't break, and then that man just did a fucking full-on Samoa Joe senton onto Swerve.
That man is insane, dude.
He really is, bro. He really fucking is. But yeah, they ended up winning this match by putting Swerve in the casket. They put Swerve in the casket, man, and yeah, man, they buried him.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Quite literally buried the man. So, good ass match, man. Kind of the ending I expected, man. And we'll just see how they do the storyline from here, man. I hope they don't continue the fuck up they made on Wednesday. I hope they correct it.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. Yeah, apparently AR Fox has heat on him for not being able to work the show. I don't know why he couldn't work the show, or I don't know why that wasn't relayed to AEW sooner.
Exactly.
But
We'll see.
He's got so much heat on him, they fucking took the rug out from under him and completely took him out of the fucking group he was in.
That's insane. Could have just wrote him off.
Literally just like you did for Ray Phoenix.
Fucking Ray Phoenix always has visa issues. He doesn't have heat. The fuck?
Seriously. What about Pac? Whoa, does he have fucking heat too?
Yeah, for all the times he's not there, that's a really annoying.
Seriously, bro. And the next match was Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay. Jericho came out, sung himself to the ring. Fireflies again in the crowd. He sung himself to the ring, man. He went out there with Sammy Guevara. Sammy was the only one from the JAS that was in his corner. And Will Ospreay came out to his Aerial Assassin theme song. I really do like his United Empire theme song better. I do. I wish he would have came out to that one, but...
This is the one he likes more, though.
That's too fucking bad. He don't have to come out to the other one. The match itself, like I said in the intro, it was good. It was very good. Jericho held his own. Like I said in the beginning of the match, this man was fucking jumping around like he was 20.
Yeah.
Doing all of his stuff. Obviously, by the end of the match,
Dude was gassed.
he definitely was gassed. Man. And by the end of it, he lost to the hometown guy, Will Ospreay. And yeah, man, Will Ospreay beat him. Oh yeah, the coffin match was 16 minutes exactly, and the Will Ospreay Chris Jericho match went 14 minutes. 14 minutes and 55 seconds. And all of it was fucking fire, man. All of it was fire.
Yeah.
Good old Jericho, man. Just when you think he can't hold his own, he actually does hold his own, man. He really does. And he really did here, man. And it was a beautiful thing to see. And yeah, Will Ospreay picks up the victory as he should. But after Chris Jericho was laying there, Sammy went to check on him. And for some reason, I thought Sammy was going to turn. And I was just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why do we just turn? Why do we just fucking do a heel turn just to do a heel turn at this point? Because the guy is just kind of finally starting to, gain a little bit of likeness as a babyface, and you're just going to fucking turn him back heel. I thought that would have been completely stupid. But Jericho actually pushed him away.
Yeah.
Got out of the ring and walked out.
Interesting, man. Interesting. I'm excited to see where they go with this. I hope they continue babyface Sammy. And yeah, the match was really good, man. It did his job. Great to see Will Ospreay, man. I can't wait to see him even more in the future, man. I really can't wait.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So, with that, the next match is the AEW Trios Championships. The House of Black versus the Acclaimed. And badass Billy Gunn. I don't know what the difference between him and Daddy Ass is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Pinto Skrull.
Seriously, bro. This match was okay.
Yeah.
This match was okay. It was 10 minutes and 50 seconds, and it's nice. It's nice, but it's just kind of weird that we, like, actually took the titles off of the House of Black
I know. It's like,
for this.
I get what they're gonna end up doing with it, and I don't like it, but, it's weird, man. It's weird. The House of Black are a really great act, and I really don't know where they go from here. I really don't. Well, I guess they might end up turning face from what they did, but, which that could be good, but who are they gonna face? It's a whole interesting thing to see, man. But the match was pretty good, man. They had some funny moments. Fucking Julia Hart got in the ring and fucking Billy Gunn told her to suck his dick while he did the suck it. And they fucking did the scissor spot to Julia Hart. That is insane. They really did that shit, bro.
Suck my dick, says Billy Gunn to fucking Julia Hart. And then they just casually just hold her legs open while fucking Anthony Bowens does the scissor me timbers. I did not have that on my bingo card for the year.
I did not.
Yeah, completely, yeah, that spot just took me for a wind, especially hearing Billy Gunn do the crotch chop and say "suck my dick."
It's just insane.
Hilarious. But this match was all right. I don't know if anyone's kicked out of it before, but the Black Mass, which they're calling The End. What the fuck kind of name is that?
A horrible one.
How the fuck do you go from the Black Mass to The End?
They were calling it the Black Mass for a little bit. Why can you not keep calling it that?
I don't know if it's called The End as like a little homage to Tom End.
That's decent, but like
The End?
the end.
That just sounds incredibly fucking bland, to be honest. He hit him with the Black Mass, and Billy Gunn kicked out. Again, I don't know if anybody has kicked out of the Black Mass in AEW, but if they haven't, and Billy Gunn was the first one to do it, that is actually a fucking crime.
Oh, 100%. What the fuck? Why? Come on.
Yeah. Not to mention, Buddy Matthews came out with a lantern, and he put it on the ramp, and he left it, sitting on the ramp. That was awesome. That was really awesome. But yeah, the match, itself, it was, like I said, it was 10 minutes. It was kind of a little short, but it was, it was what it was. Ugh. It was what it was, man. In the end, they hit Brody King with all their moves. They hit him with the arrival into the mic drop twice. Daddy Ass gave him a famouser, and then they would go into the second mic drop after the first one that was before, and they pinned, all three of them pinned Brody King to become the AEW World Trios champions. There was also a spot, I think, where like Brody accidentally had hit Malachi
Yeah.
in the match, but the House of Black lost the Trios championships. So
That's something.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We were talking about it the other day, dude, but this is 100% all going to culminate to the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn versus Juice Robinson and the Guns.
You know it. And then, when they win the fucking trios titles, who else is gonna beat them but CMFTR? Because I bet that's when the fucking BC Gold feud will fucking spark back up with CM Punk. Ugh, CM Punk, man. Classic. But, I think that's where it's gonna go, and this was an interesting way to do it. I just hope they don't fuck up the House of Black post losing these titles, man. I really hope not.
Seriously, bro. Seriously. I hope not. I hope they don't go back into fucking oblivion. The House of Black, man, it may look like they might be turning babyface, which, if so, I definitely could see them going into a feud with Bullet Club Gold.
I could definitely see that, man. I really could.
Yeah, or CMFTR. Well, wait, no, they're babyface, even though
They're
they
babyface.
should be heel.
FTR babyface. I don't know how much about CM Punk.
Yeah, but guilty by association.
That is true. That is true. Our friends with Phil.
We all know Cash is guilty, but
Oh yeah, he is guilty of some, alright.
So, yes, the House of Black lose the trios championships after a okay raid with them. Yes, definitely could have been more than what it was, but it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, yes, this match. Like I said, it went 10 minutes and 50 seconds, and the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass win the titles, and then they did a Scissor Me Daddy Ass afterwards. So, yeah, that was
Look at that.
And in the main event, the match that everybody was waiting for, Adam Cole versus MJF for the AEW World Championship, dude. Adam Cole did his entrance, man. He finally gave us the WrestleMania Adam Cole, baby, that we never got.
Exactly, man. And it was awesome. It
Yeah.
was real good.
It was. Man, I was thinking about this, and we were talking about this during the show. When we go to AEW shows, the merch lines are pretty fucking horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to you, to be in a merch line at this show.
Oh, I swear to God, I would hate it. That line has to be insane.
Ugh. Yeah, seriously, bro. I just know that line is fucking nuts.
They better have like 6 merch tables throughout the fucking stadium.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. 80,000 people. Fuck that. So MJF came out, always knocks it out of the park with his entrances.
Oh, hell yeah.
Always knocks it out of the park with his entrances, man. That devil mask won't be beat, bro. That devil mask with like those like robes he wears, fucking amazing, dude. I love him. But so these guys have a match that had a time limit, but these guys were wrestling, man, and they went under the ring eventually and grabbed Better Than You Baby shirts. So they were wearing their shirts. Adam Cole rips off MJF's shirt, and MJF was kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Kind of had that look on his face. And like I said, he had the what the hell are you doing look on his face. Adam Cole ended up giving MJF a brainbuster on the steel steps. They were fighting a little bit later in the match, and MJF got Adam Cole on the announce table and was gonna give him the tombstone pile driver. Yet he put Adam down because he couldn't do it. He could not do it. He couldn't go against his morals and do that to his friend. He gets off the table. He gets back on. Adam Cole hits him with the tombstone, no problem, right on the announce table.
Not a doubt in his mind, that man just hit him. And I really like that dynamic the whole match of, for once, MJF showing remorse and morals and not doing a whole bunch of fucked up shit. But when it came to Adam Cole, he was just doing it, man. He was just trying to win, man, and that's really awesome to see. I loved that dynamic.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So, yeah, that was that. That was that, man. Absolutely fantastic. Then we get to the spot in the match where these two hit each other with a double clothesline. They pin each other. Then the match ends. They redo the spot where Adam Cole says 5 more minutes. MJF says no. Because, you know, Bryce said it was a draw, so that was it. I think this match could have went without this spot,
Yeah.
to be honest. I didn't really care for it. I would have just liked if they just went, you know, throughout the whole thing. And it's also kind of weird to think that, like, both of them stayed down for a 3 count off of a double clothesline, or off of a fucking clothesline to each other.
It's like, come on, I don't get it.
Yeah, I think it could have went without that spot, but so MJF says no. He says 5 more minutes isn't enough. We're going till we have a winner. We're going till we have a fucking winner in Wembley. Crowd went nuts. These guys keep fighting. We get to this spot, dude, where Adam Cole gives Bryce Remsburg a fucking Panama Sunrise. He was going to give it to MJF. MJF pulls Bryce in at the last second, and Bryce took a fucking pile driver.
Fucking insane, dog.
That man is hilarious for doing that. He took a pile driver, and he was dead for like the next 10 minutes of the match. Roderick Strong comes out, man, and he... There might have... Oh, no. There was another spot. There was 2 spots where Bryce went down in this match. The one, they were doing the Eddie Guerrero chair thing. Adam Cole fell down and started selling. And MJF put the chair around his neck and laid there as if Adam Cole just, like, stomped his head in the chair. So then Bryce goes down because of the Panama Sunrise. Roderick Strong comes out, and dude, the way he was standing behind MJF for that long, I was like, there was this thought in my mind. I was like, oh god, he's gonna fucking run past him and hit Adam Cole. But MJF turned around and Roddy hit him with a low blow. Adam Cole then no hesitation hits him with he hit him with that was it just the boom, or
No.
did he do another?
He did a Panama Sunrise and then boom.
That's what it was. It was he hit him with the Panama Sunrise, and then he hits him with the last shot, or the boom. And so he hits him with that, and fucking Bryce comes over there and does the slowest count in history. It was absolutely hilarious. He counted 1 and then just fucking laid there for like another 5 seconds before he counted 2. That man was incoherent as hell.
I swear to God.
So he then counts the second one, and before he can hit 3, MJF kicks out. Huge pop, obviously. And Adam Cole, Roddy then gets the belt for Adam Cole. Adam Cole's standing there, and he can't do it. He can't hit Max with the belt to win the world championship, man. So he throws it down. Roddy gets pissed, walks away, and MJF rolls him up for the AEW World Championship, and he beats him.
Damn. Tough, man. Like, to the match itself, well, you know, besides that little inter part where they won, or it was a draw, Didn't really need that. But other than that, the match was perfect. The dynamic was perfect. And the ending to the match was perfect, man. I think they did it all perfectly.
Yeah.
I really like what they did. The spots were funny. They were genuine. And I thought they played it up really good, man. I really think they did, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So after the match, these guys are sitting in opposite corners of the ring. MJF has the world title, and Adam Cole had tears in his eyes. That's what he had. He had tears in his eyes. He started to cry because he lost at the biggest match of his fucking life. He lost in the main event. Of the Wembley the Wembley Stadium show, and MJF feels sympathy for him, and he crawls over there, and he's like, "Hey, man," he's like, "Hey, it could have went either way." He's telling him, "I got lucky, it could have been either of us." And he says, "Hey, he says the people still love you, man." And he says, "Hey, watch this." So he goes and he grabs the ROH World Tag Team Championships, and he walks over there to Adam Cole, and he says, "Look, man, we still have these." Adam Cole grabs his belt and fucking throws it. And MJF's telling him, he's like, "Hey, man, don't be like that. Don't be like that." And then once Adam Cole threw the belt away, MJF gets pissed, and he says, "Oh, I get it." He says, "I get it. You never gave a shit about me. All you cared about was this was the world championship." He says, "You know what? I don't care. If you want it, you can fucking have it." So he throws the world title at Adam Cole, and he says, "You know what, dude? Just do it already." He turns around and he spreads his hands out, and he's waiting for Adam Cole to hit him. Fucking Roderick Strong comes running back out there, and and he's sitting on the apron saying, "Do it, Adam, do it. Do it." He throws it. He throws the belt down yet again, and him and MJF hug it out. They rejoice, and AEW's attempt to save it was telling us that they're going to be at All In Wembley Stadium next year on Saturday this time. Don't know how that's going to work, but Saturday, July 25th, or August 25th. I mean, so literally almost 367 days from now.
Literally.
We'll be right back in Wembley. Actually, no, 363. My bad.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Interesting. Good for them going back next year, man. I can't wait. But, like we said in the intro, man, can't help but, for me, more than anything, be nervous about what's up to come. Like, should the turn happen tonight? 100%. That's what the whole show was here for him to turn. But they didn't do it. Tony Khan did it. But I just really hope they don't Tony Khan it even further and just do a generic AEW split, man. I hope something genuinely happens, man. I hope this was the plan, and I hope it pans out. Because I don't know if it will after this.
Definitely, dude. So, yeah, it's just crazy to me how, like you were saying, the whole show was, built up for this heel turn, and it's they were originally supposed to turn on each other after the tag match, right? That's what everybody thought. But then that didn't happen, and it was oh, okay, that's perfect, because now they can, ride this out a little more, because people love it, and we'll ride this to Wembley, and we can get this turn in front of 80,000 people. Again, what the fuck would you... What is Chicago? What is 20,000 people in Chicago gonna give you that 80,000 in London can't?
Should have just took the moment where it mattered.
That's one thing that they're too focused on making the moment unpredictable. It can ruin a moment that could have defined this show. People could have been talking about this show for years. Oh man, that's where we got the culmination, the heel turn to one of the best stories AEW's ever told. with Adam Cole and MJF. And I really just hope they're not riding this out to sell some ROH pay-per-views and
Sell some shirts.
exactly. It's just like
I ain't buying an ROH pay-per-view. I'm sorry. I ain't.
fuck no. I don't care who's fucking on it. Maybe if fucking John Cena was on the goddamn thing, I'll buy the pay-per-view. But like,
At that point, I'll just stream it.
yeah. Other than that, like, I don't know, man. It just it really took away a great moment for me, man. And it's classic. If he does it at All Out, it's classic fucking Tony Khan taking the moment and being like, dude, you know, it's like taking, it's like I said, taking the moment like he did last year at All Out with the Acclaimed, and you make it, you know, a couple weeks later when the moment is not what it could have been. It could have been a great moment. They put on a great match. They told a great fucking story, but why they didn't put the cherry on top of the cake, I don't fucking know, man.
I really don't.
I really, really don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know because, dude, that literally, like, that sets you up perfectly for the main event of All Out. It sets you up perfectly. What reason does MJF have to give Adam Cole another title shot at All Out?
I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't.
It's insane. Like, I don't know what, I have no idea what they're gonna do at All Out. Will MJF even be on the show? I would assume, but
who knows?
I genuinely don't know, man. And I'm telling you right now, if Adam Cole beats MJF for this championship, and Adam Cole immediately goes into a feud with CM Punk, he's scared of what MJF will say to him.
Oh, 100%. 1,000,000% he's scared.
Tenfold, bro. He definitely is. If something like that happens, either Punk is scared or Tony Khan is scared to even put himself in that situation.
Exactly.
But it will make for great fucking television, and I do not understand why they just won't do it, bro.
I don't understand, man. I really don't.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I don't want to take away from the match too much because it was... this match was everything the show was built around, and it was the best match of the night, for me at least.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Yeah, and this was the best... I mean, this, like... You know, usually your match of the night always ends up being one of the, like, random card, or one of the random matches in the middle of the card, man. But this show was literally built around this match, and it was the best match.
Exactly.
It was absolutely fantastic, man. And these guys put on a hell of a show, told a hell of a story, but I didn't know why I just don't understand why they didn't do the turn, man. I do not understand at all.
I really don't, man.
Yeah, and maybe we'll find out in a week's time, but I mean, until then, it just leaves me questioning why they didn't do it, man. I really, really fucking fail to understand why they didn't do the turn, bro. I really do.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, so that was all in. That was all in Wembley Stadium, bro. The UK, the first AEW show in the UK, and we're getting another one in a year from now. So, let's see.
It's Sunday. I already checked.
So,
Oh, wait, this one? No, I checked Wrestle Dream. Never mind. 5th.
So, the show next year...
Yeah,
Sunday... I'm dead. Didn't the graphics say Saturday?
Oh, yeah. What the fuck?
Didn't we all look at it? I know it said the 25th. Okay, so... Yeah, that's Labor Day. Okay, yeah. We're still a week away from All Out next year, too.
But you better not do All Out then next year.
Oh, you know they will. So we're going to get another one of these next year. We're going to get another one of these fucking week apart things. But yeah, dude, the show honestly, man, the show was really good, man. The show was really good. I enjoyed the show. Obviously we already went over the aspects that I didn't like. But in terms of looking at it as an entirety, man, the show was really good, man. Was it All Out 2021? No. But was it a great one of the better pay-per-views they put on? It was, for sure.
It really was, man. It really was. I thought it did really good. Thought it overall did its job, man. And I'm intrigued for next year, man.
Absolutely, man. So, yeah, man, that's been everything. That's been everything for AEW All In London, man.
Hell yeah.
And we're doing it again next year. So, hopefully, by then, or then, we will be getting some variation of fucking CMFTR versus the Elite.
Hopefully, man.
Because, good lord. I hope people learn how to suck up their egos within that time period. But
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one either, man. But it's been a great time, man. Thank you guys for being here and chatting it up with us, bro. Really appreciate you guys, man. Do not forget, tomorrow we will not be talking about anything other than the amazing, incredible career of Bray Wyatt. Wyndham Rotunda will be talking all about him. Tomorrow is simply a tribute episode to Wyndham, man. And that is what it's going to be tomorrow for Unscripted. So, yeah, man, with that is going to do it for this edition of your All In 2023 review. Thank you guys so very much. It's been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels Podcast, man. Another great edition of the post-show reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as for pay-per-views, we'll see you here right next Sunday. But in general, we will see you guys tomorrow night on Unscripted after Monday Night Raw for the Wyndham Rotunda Tribute Edition of Unscripted. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop it from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for the strap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold, and that's what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone. The black Frank White is here to excite. Throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless. Guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty. Don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck with the
I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the butter lyrics over harmony grip. It's the move.